Hey, pile one. If you chose the Amethyst Seer Stone, this is going to be your reading. And we are going to be looking at where your alignment is as far as being able to manifest your soulmate in. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at your energy. If there's anything in your energy field that might be blocking this manifestation or delaying it from coming in. Just things of that nature, okay? And I'm really going to, I have a ton of decks pulled, a ton of decks out, but I'm going to let the reading unfold naturally. So if you end up like watching another video, you might see some cards used in this video that isn't used in that one. It's just because I'm gonna let the message unfold as it needs to, and some decks may resonate more with the reading as it is unfolding. Okay, so first let's look at kind of like the overall energy. Right off the bat, pile one, we got blocked. Okay, so this connection between you and your future spouse coming in is blocked. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into the shadow work. Actually, I'm gonna kind of figure out to see what might be actually blocking this connection. And right off the bat, number one, pile one, I'm actually hearing you know what it is. So we'll see if we can get some in-depth answers. We'll see what comes through, okay? I feel like some of you may be stuck in a karmic connection situation, like the door is still open somehow. You haven't really fully been able to shut it. That's for many of you watching. Remember, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates, okay? But your higher self right off the bat is just really wanting to get down to the nitty gritty. Like your higher self is like, oh, we're not going to sugarcoat it. We're going to get to work. And that's probably how you are too, pile one. You're probably just very like, you know, to the point, no beating around the bush. Let's get this job done. All right, so here we have, let me get these pulled real quick. Oh. All right. Wow. All right, so right off the bat, pile one, there's just kind of an overload of masculine energy here. And what I mean by that, it's not necessarily that there's just a lot of masculine, like there's like masculine people involved. I just feel like it's just way too much masculine energy. I don't see any feminine energy in here anywhere. So that's letting me know that one of the blocks for you is learning how to tap back into and to connect with your feminine energy, okay? And the best way to do that, pile one, is to really get in touch and connect with your inner child. Seriously, I mean, you know, how do you do that? So the way that you can, first of all, you know, if you have any inner child healing that needs to be done, no, I'm just hearing, just get to the point. So the point is just to connect to your higher, just to connect to your inner child. Like play, pile one, you know, don't be all work and no play. Like embody that inner child, because that's kind of the passageway to accessing your feminine energy. When you're playing, and play can be anything. Play, it can even be exercise, okay? It's anything that employs or utilizes the senses of your body. So, you know, you've got taste, smell, touch, taste, smell, touch, and then the other two, I don't know why my mind is blanking, but you know, sight and sound, okay? Taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound. So it's like what you see, what you smell, what you hear, what you feel, And did I say what you taste? Yeah, so it's anything that really utilizes any of those things. And so any activity that utilizes your body's senses, that's what's going to get you in touch with your body, which gets you out of your masculine energy, which is being all up in your head, you know, wanting to figure things out, wanting to control things, wanting to fix things, wanting to change things. All of that is masculine energy, and that's all mind-based. That's you're too much in your head. And then bring yourself back down into your body, which really connects you to this present moment, which is where anything can stand a chance of being changed at all. But the beauty of it is you're not necessarily doing anything to change it. You're just resting in your nature, okay? I'm hearing like you're doing too much, and it doesn't necessarily mean like in physical action. It's like you're doing too much. Maybe you're thinking too much about what happened. What could you have done right? What can you maybe do to restore you know, like this is what I'm being told. It's like you're doing too much. There's something with a past connection where it's on your mind more than it needs to be. Like you really need, or you're being guided, I should say, you're being guided to do the work on letting that situation go. Releasing that situation, closing the door on it, closing the chapter, shutting it off for good. And the reason why you're having such a hard time, I feel, it's just like you're too much in your head. I don't know if you know how to get out of your head, but I've been telling you how to do that. So it's basically, you know, just getting out and playing. And you may feel very uncomfortable with playing, but, you know, start off small. You know, playing is also dancing. Go take a dance class, a dance fitness class, you know, go swimming. Water, you know, the feeling of water on your body. And for a lot of you, maybe you feel at home in the water. So there's just many, many things. And I'm also being told or guided to tell you, you seem like very earthy people, first of all. Like you might have a lot of earth in your chart. So, you know, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, because I'm being told to put this on your to-do list, okay? Like if you need, you know, to sit down and think about and plan out something that you can do every day that's going to put you in, that's going to connect you. I don't like saying tapping into. I mean, it's whatever, you know, whatever words you resonate with, but an activity that you can do every single day, multiple if you can, that is going to connect you with your inner child, which is going to instantly funnel you into your feminine energy. All right. This balance in and of itself, because it's all over these cards, is letting me know this is one of the major blocks that is keeping your future spouse from manifesting. You're too hyperactive in your masculine energy, your inner masculine energy. We all have inner masculine and inner feminine. Like your desire to want to control the outcome is exactly what's keeping the outcome from manifesting. Constantly wondering, worrying, trying to control the outcome. If you think about the law of attraction, you're sending out into the universe signals that says, I don't have this. And so the universe is like going to put into your path people, places, events, things of that nature that are going to keep you in that experience of not having it. Okay. So it's number one primary deal is to like get out of your head, you know, kind of step away, like deactivate a little bit of the masculine energy. Just I am hearing 3 times a day. Like this is so structured. You guys, I am not hardly structured at all, but I am being told to tell you to pull out your notebook or your planner or put this in your, you know, your calendar or something. And 3 times a day, I'm not being told for how long. They're saying a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes, but really as long as you can, 3 times a day, at least that. Think about things that you can do every single day that's going to connect you to your inner child, which is going to help you funnel you right into your feminine energy. And this is automatically going to shift your energy in a way that's going to align you and your future spouse together. Okay? Wow. All right. Let's get some more information. So let's look at maybe some shadow work that needs to be done that can aid you in this. And I'm also being told that make sure you, I mean, you might need to get like a notebook and write down all of the ideas of activities or things that you can do that are going to help you connect to your inner child. And just think of the keyword as play, okay? Play and activities that utilize your senses, okay? And you guys, this can be self-pleasure, if you know what I mean, okay? Because that utilizes, you know, touch and feel on your physical body. And then it can also be, you know, going to a candle shop and smelling all the scents. You know, going to an art gallery and looking at all the art there. It can be, like I said, exercising, taking showers, taking baths, you know, taking pottery classes. It can be exercising, dancing, singing, you know, things like that. And then, you know, just kind of mix and match and mix it up so that you don't get bored with these different things every single day. And what I'm hearing is that it's not going to take you long to get into the habit of tapping into the feeling of being in your physical body, not being in your mind, but in your body, tapped into your feminine energy and your inner child. And that's just going to become like a way of being. And actually, I'm also hearing like you're going to get to a point where it feels so good being in your feminine energy, being out of your head and in your body, that you're not even going to have to schedule it. You'll know, you'll just have this intuitive knowing where you're like, okay, I need to disconnect from my head and I need to go connect to my inner child and my feminine energy. Yeah. All right, so we have Stonewall and Provoke. So the person that you were involved with may have also been very dominant in their masculine energy. And it's like the two of you may have butted heads quite a bit because you were constantly in your feminine energy. They were constantly, you were constantly in your masculine energy and they were constantly in their masculine energy. And you can't have, I don't even want to say alphas. It's not like that, okay? Because basically when they say an alpha female, they're basically saying a masculine female, right? An alpha male is a masculine male, an alpha female is a masculine female. But it's like you have two rams. It's like competing against each other. And if you have somebody, so here's what I'm trying to convey. Pile one, I feel that you are the divine feminine. So we all have inner feminine and masculine, but your soul, your energy is primarily feminine. But you're out of balance that way. You have been living out of your masculine energy, which has been causing you a lot of issues. And I feel this is true in more than just one area of life. If you would learn how to just connect more to your inner child and tap more into your feminine energy and embody more of your feminine energy, things would just of their own accord just start to even out. Everything would just on their own accord, like you wouldn't even have to do much. Like all of a sudden things that you've been needing to happen just kind of like start, I'm hearing they show up on your doorstep. I don't usually talk like that because I know action is involved, but miracles do happen when you just, you know, especially if they're things that you cannot control and you just release it to the universe to take care of. Things can literally show up on your doorstep, okay? Look at that. Nurture your inner child. Bam. Confirmation. Let's get one more, please. Yeah, I just feel, pile one, that maybe like you being so much in your head all the time, you just kind of been on autopilot. I feel like you're on the verge of an awakening, but being so much in your masculine energy, being hyperactive in your masculine energy is really kind of, it's really screwing things up for you. Letting go, yeah. All right, so we've got Stonewall and Provoke, we got Spread Thin, we got Facade with trust issues. Yeah, I feel like it's hard for you to trust other people because it's really hard for you to trust yourself. Like all of this work really just, it starts with you. And this isn't necessarily something that has to take years and years and years of doing. I mean, if you know how to do the work, you can grab hold of like the main root issue, and that main root issue can have you know, hundreds of belief systems and attachments and stuff attached to it, and because you got the root, it just dissolves everything that grew from it. So it's not gonna, you know, you have to really check your self-limiting beliefs and your, you know, maybe how you might be self-sabotaging yourself. Yeah, it's like you may even be having a hard time, like, I don't know, do you have a lot on your plate? And do you really, are those things that are on your plate, are they really necessary, or are they more distractions? I feel like this is true for a lot of you. And I'm being told like you need to clear some space for you to do this work. Like, yes, some really painful things are going to pop up. You're going to find it kind of hard in the beginning to be by yourself. But it's that space that you make, especially when you start releasing and you healing and you're letting go, where, you know, you're clearing, you know, that you're clearing the space for your future spouse to come in. So that space that's cleared, and then the more space that you cleared, you know, you're able to attract your future spouse more and more. Pile 1, you're going to have to let me know, like, how far are you on your healing journey? Like, have you started yet? Are you wanting to get started, but you're not really quite sure where to start? Do you even know how to let go? Like, there's an actual process of letting go. Like, let me know what the deal is, Pile 1, because I'm getting a feeling most of you are very new to this. Like, I'm talking about letting go and releasing, and you're like, huh? Like, I want to know how to do that. Like, I don't want to hold on. I really don't want to deal with this, but I don't know how to do that. And I think that's why I'm channeling a lot of how-to information through this reading for you guys, because, you know, your future spouse is really wanting to help you get to where you need to be, okay? So, you might have some trust issues that you need to work through as far as relationships go, you know, letting go of, you know, whatever happened in the past. If someone's stonewalling you, like really kind of triggers you in a way, get really good, Pile 1. Get really good at learning how to allow your triggers to surface and to kind of detach from them in an observer way, and so that you can take yourself through the process of releasing and letting go through being triggered. Because once those triggers are released, they're not there anymore. It's not something where you have to release. Now, like, true, some of these triggers are like in layers, and so you have to let go in layers. But once the entire thing is released, all of a sudden it's like you're not triggered anymore. Okay? Let's get 3 cards for Pile 1, please. We got the Mojo bag coming up. So little things can make a big difference and make things happen. I feel like that's connected to like the inner child, connecting to your inner child. It doesn't have to be anything big or huge. We got palmistry. Don't worry, what is meant for you will always arrive on time. So don't worry about missing out on anything. Like, what is meant for you is going to come back, is going to be yours anyway. And then we have also mirror. What you see as your reality will always come from within yourself. What you are manifesting is what is on the inside. And most of the time, Pile 1, what's on the inside is 95% hidden from us. We don't even know what's there. The only way that you can know what's there is by looking at the end results. Like, what's in your life right now, because that's what you're experiencing on the outside is a direct result of what's going on in the inside. Okay? And that's exactly how you can pinpoint where the problem is at. I'm hearing some of you are dealing with a lot of emotional unavailability, and that's because you're not emotionally available to yourself. Okay? Like, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, but you're cutting yourself off from being able to feel because feeling, you know, allowing those feelings to surface is the only way that the feelings can be released, that they can be let go. But you have some kind of a belief, I hear, that you believe if you let those painful thoughts or painful feelings surface, that it's just you're going to get lost in them. And what you're not understanding is there is an end to those feelings, that if you would just allow them to surface, if you would actually welcome them, okay? What I mean by welcoming is those feelings are already there, whether you're conscious of them or not. They're in your energy field. That's what a trigger does. A trigger brings up what is subconscious and brings it into your physical awareness, okay, your conscious awareness. And so it's already there. And so rather than doing the masculine thing and trying to resist it, trying to control it, trying to change it, trying to shove it down, that's masculine energy. Feminine energy just like welcomes it. Like, okay, you're here. I'm going to just go ahead and sit at the table with me. You're already here. I'm going to listen to what you have to say. And then when I'm done listening to what you have to say, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to release you. Okay? And that's exactly how you do it. Wow, that's some powerful messages coming through for you guys. Pile 1. Okay, what do we want to do now? All right, let's get some guidance. Get some guidance from your future spouse, from the universe, or whatever wants to come through. We got mice. Star and delay. Okay. I'm really hearing that, and please, like, this is meant to be empowering, okay? Very empowering, because you truly are in control of what you're manifesting. But your mind, I'm hearing, is your worst enemy in all of this. It's like, it's not the person that hurt you. Like, our mind is where all of our abandonment issues are. Okay, all of our problems are in our egos, you know, our toxic, corrupt egos, which is in our minds. That's what our mind is. And so that's why it is so painful when you're always living in your mind, because your mind is constantly reminding you of, oh, you know, look at this thing over here. Doesn't that remind you of that painful experience with so-and-so? You know? And so, like, your mind is kind of stealing. It's like in this, the mice card says thief. Like, your mind is stealing your ability to feel and experience peace. There's hope right here. It says there's hope and clarity. But it's being stolen. And so all you can see, like, you know, above, oh, this is nice. So if you think about stars and you think about mountains, stars are way above the mountains, but like your mind is keeping you from being able to see the stars. Your mind is focused on the mountain. You can't see the hope. You're just focused on the mountain. The mountain of getting over the past, the mountain of whatever the mountain means for you. Your mind is what's doing that. Your mind is actually, and this is true for all of us, your mind is messing with you so much that it is actually blowing up how big this obstacle truly is. I'm telling you, and actually what I'm hearing to tell you guys is that if you learn how to release, that mountain can be gone like that. This mountain is all in your head. Yeah. Like, if you could see what's on the other side of this mental barrier, oh my gosh, you'd be so happy. Like, whatever that vision is for you. Okay, so I'm hearing that you have every reason to be hopeful. You have every reason to be excited, because what is coming in for you is going to be something beautiful. But you need to learn how to embody more of your inner feminine energy, and you need to remember and learn how to play again. And your future spouse that is going to be coming in is going to love you for being able to do that, because that is actually, most of us have been cut off from our feminine energy for a while. Okay, even men, like masculine men, have, you know, inner feminine energy, but we've just been taught since we were little to do, take action, take charge, you know, fix, change, blah, 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 blah. Like, we haven't learned when it is time to step out of that energy and embody our natural energy, whatever that is. If you are dominant, if your energy is predominantly feminine, then you're supposed to be more in the, you know, I don't want to say waiting, because that kind of denotes like you're not doing anything, but it's more of an expectancy. It's very Empress energy. Think about Empress energy in the tarot versus Emperor energy in the tarot. Okay, Empress energy is like they're not worried about anything. They're like, my world's abundant. Everything that I could ever need is going to be provided for. I don't need to know how, but it is. And there's no toiling, there's no worrying, there's no nothing. There's just peace, joy, hopeful expectation, and just, you know, you're just in this energy of just receiving, because you know that you're being provided for by the universe. And that's kind of like where you're being led to be. Like, okay, so I'm being told to guide you to get more into embodying your own inner Empress. Okay, according to what the tarot means. All right, we got some good messages coming through for you guys. Okay, let's get 3 cards for pile 1. Three cards for pile 1, please. Love. Aw. Oh, love, peace. Oh my gosh. And clarity. Oh man, how perfect is that? Like, that's the result of, you guys, of learning how to just naturally embody your own Empress energy, your feminine goddess energy. And this is true whether you are a male or female, okay? All of us have inner masculine, inner feminine energies. But being able to step out of your head and into your body and employing, you know, the senses of your body, playing more, you know, putting yourself more in a state of rest where you're just highly expecting that the universe is going to provide what you need. And this is where you're going to be all the time. You're going to be in a state of love and a state of peace, and just always very clear about what's going on. And when you're in this state, pile 1, that is when I'm being told that your future spouse is going to be coming in, because your energy is going to be very aligned to their energy, or very similar to their energy, and then it's just going to be a magnet, and the two of you are just going to be like, okay. Let's get some, am I missing something? Oh no, we'll get these here first. I have what's called the Pink Divine Love Oracle, which I got from Etsy. It was kind of expensive, you guys, but I was like, I gotta get it. It's so pretty and pink. Which is funny, because here we are talking about feminine energy, and it's, you know, pink is known to be more on the feminine side, so I don't know, it's just, what do they call that, confirmation? All right, memories, old flame reminiscing about how things used to be. Yeah, like, I feel you do that, you probably do that a lot, or maybe it's not even like you're wanting to, but you know, you're just doing something and something triggers a memory, and all of a sudden you're going kind of down the rabbit hole, or you're spiraling down again. Here we got locked out, access denied, hard to reach. So I don't know, maybe the person you're kind of, I'm feeling an energy kind of a pining. You know, maybe this person really like just cut things off with you. Maybe they blocked you. Maybe they're stonewalling you. Maybe they're just not accepting, they're not messaging you back. They're not calling. It's just, yeah. And I understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, because that is a very hurtful place to be. Here we have enlightenment, spiritual awakening and revelation. And remember, we the Judgment in reverse. So I do feel like if you haven't gone through awakening already, I believe that one is coming, okay? And that may very well have been the purpose of this connection that you are no longer in. And here we got investments, stability, wise, practical income of money. We've got moving on to the next. And then we also have healing, recovery from traumatic events that caused pain and suffering. Wow. Yeah, it's funny that money just kind of showed up in here. It's just kind of peeking in like, this kind of affects me too. Hi. And it does. Like when you know, if you're someone whose energy is primarily feminine and you're completely just out of balance in that way, it's going to affect many areas of life. And so this one's kind of coming in to let you know when you start to balance out the inner masculine, inner feminine with yourself, and you learn how to tap, or I should say embody more of your feminine energy, which I believe is your natural disposition. That's like, I feel your soul is primarily made up of feminine energy. Like when you are able to, you know, embody more of who you really are at a soul level, things are just naturally going to energies are going to shift, and things are naturally going to just work themselves out. You know, you're just naturally going to flow in a way where, you know, you're just doing things, and before you know it, you're not waking up thinking of this person anymore, or you're not being you know, tortured by memories of this person. It's like one of the things that I learned when I was going through my situation, pile one, was that you know, memories don't always have to be triggers. They can actually be reminders of why things didn't work out. Okay, and I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. When I was going through my breakup with my ex-husband, I shouldn't say breakup, but I mean, we were going through our separation. You know, I was being bombarded by all kinds of memories that were just very, very triggering. You know, oh, the good old days and blah, blah, blah. But what ended up happening one day, finally, because I was releasing and doing the work, and I was, you know, embodying more of my feminine energy and playing, I was able to connect more to my higher self, okay? Higher self cuts right through the BS. You know, higher self will let you know what the deal is. And so I got triggered by a memory of me and my ex-husband in a carpet store buying carpet for, you know, a prepper room that he had built downstairs. Okay, if you don't know what a prepper room is, just look it up. All right, and so I'm like, okay, here we go, because you know, at this point I'm like, I know what the significance of triggers are, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna release through it. You know, I don't want to, but you know, it's coming up to be healed, so I'm just gonna heal it. And before I even had the chance to start processing it, to start releasing through it, my higher self came in and was like, wasn't that boring? And all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, like that carpet was for the prepper room. And I remember how upset he would get at me because I wouldn't make time to like research the stuff like he was doing. And I'm just like, oh gosh, how boring was that? Like it was, and it just reminded me that not every single memory has to be a trigger. It can be a reminder of what life really was like with that person, and why it's good that the two of you are not together, or the two of you are just not aligned, right? And so I feel like that message is for a lot of you too. It's like, don't be afraid of the triggers. Not every single trigger is meant, or not, I'm sorry, don't be afraid of the memories. Don't be afraid of the images that come up, because not every memory or every image is meant to be a trigger. It's meant to be a guidepost or a reminder as to why things didn't work out, or they weren't in the interest of your best interest. Okay, why you may not really want, you know, things to work out with this person. All right, and then of course it's like everything just really talks about itself, like, you know, healing, recovering from traumatic events that cause pain and suffering. Like, I do feel a lot of you are having a really, like, you're going through a really difficult breakup, or maybe a breakup happened a while ago but you just never really got over it. Okay, and so your future spouse, along with your higher self, I'm actually your future spouse is in the background, but it's more so your higher self, pile one, that's coming through to kind of guide you. okay, how to heal and get through this, because I really feel like you feel stuck. You don't want to be stuck, but you really feel stuck. You want to heal, you want to move on, but you don't really quite know how, okay? All right, we're gonna get one more card for you guys. Or actually, no, we're gonna get one card from here, and then we're gonna get some messages of love. We'll get some messages directly from your future spouse, okay? Desire to be seen. Yeah, a couple of things that I'm hearing, pile one, is that you're never going to feel invisible when you're with this person, when you're with your future spouse. In fact, I'm hearing that they're probably going to be watching you quite a bit. Like, something about you is just going to absolutely captivate them. And some of you are actually kind of scared to really be seen. And that's part of the work that you're guided to do, is to get very comfortable in your own skin, in your own energy. Because as you're healing, you guys, your energy is going to transform, and you're going to transform in every single way, shape, and form, including physically. Okay? And you need to start allowing yourself to become comfortable with really being seen by other people. Whether, you know, if you have a really hard time, like maybe social anxiety or something like that, doing this work is gonna, like I said, it's just gonna automatically just kind of shift things, balance things out in every way, shape, and form. So by the time all is said and done, not only are you not going to shy away from attention, you're actually going to welcome it. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to be like an attention whore, because an attention whore is like, they want attention for, you know, the purposes of validation. That's not going to be you. You're just going to know your worth. You're going to know how amazing you are, and you're like a piece of art. And art was created to be admired, you know, and I feel like you're going to embody the same kind of energy. You're like, yeah, I'm a piece, you know, I'm a, what do they call that? I'm a work of art. You know, of course they're going to admire me. Of course they are. And you're going to appreciate that you are a work of art that is bringing in attention to you. Okay. All right. Last up, you guys, we are going to be channeling some messages from your future spouse. And I got stuff that's just jumping out. Retreat. We also have stability. We got acceptance. Yeah, I feel like your future spouse, oh, look at that soulmate. Soulmate. Let's get one more. Oh, play hard. So your future spouse is in, like, I can see them like, yes, yes, yes. Like, play hard. Like, that's what I've been telling you to do. You know, really connect to your inner child. And they're just coming in like the biggest cheerleader. Like, yeah, don't just do, you know, don't do it half-assed. Make sure you, like, play hard. Don't just play, but play hard. But your future spouse, I mean, they're going to love doing things with you, but they're going to also love just being alone with you. Like, especially in the beginning, the two of you may actually spend quite a bit of time alone, just really getting to know each other, because it's like, you don't like to be around the distraction. It's like, you don't want to go see a movie. You don't want to go to parties. You don't want to go do stuff like that. It's like, you want to spend time alone together. And I'm not saying this is going to be like for a long time. It might be like for the first couple of weeks, and the two of you, or maybe the first month or so, and the two of you are just going to spend a lot of quality time alone, just getting to know, like, each other without any distractions. And then, you know, after, of course, you know, that time period ends and the two of you start to venture out together as a couple, there's still going to be that time where you're like, you know, the two of you are going to desire to just be alone with each other without any distractions, so you can really, really focus on connecting with each other. And then it says, with stability, this relationship can stand the test of time. Yeah, it's going to be built on solid ground. And with this being not only your future spouse, but an actual soulmate, I love that acceptance came out. Like this says like your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. And then acceptance with everything happens for a reason. Like you're going to be able to see why this past person or the person that you're kind of pining away over maybe, or just this person that you're having to release and let go now, why that had to happen, why that came into your life. It was a mirror that was showing you, that was reflecting what was going on inside of you on a very deep level. It's almost like if you look at it, that relationship was preparing you for this one that's coming in. Okay, it really caused you to look inwardly to figure out what was it about me that attracted this dynamic into my experience. And then you got to work chiseling away at it so that you never have to worry about manifesting another relationship like that again. You cleared the path, and then this beautiful soul comes in. And this person, I feel like, is going to be your ride or die. Like, you're going to be playing, and they're going to want to play right along with you. It's like, oh, you know, I'm not saying that the two of you are going to be joined at the hip. But let's say, like, if you take a pottery class or something like that, or you go take an art class or something, like they're going to be your number one biggest supporter. Like you bring home a piece of art or a piece of pottery or something, and they're just going to be like, it's the coolest thing ever. They're going to be showing it off every time somebody comes to your guys' house, you know, just like, oh wow, look what they did. Aren't they awesome? Look what they created. Like they're going to be your biggest supporter, your number one fan. Is just, yeah. So playing hard, like I really do feel like the two of you are going to have so much fun together. So much fun. A lot of laughing, a lot of playing, a lot of goofing off together. It's just, they're going to be the very perfect match for you. Okay, pile one. So you have a lot to look forward to. But those were your messages, you guys. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, do me a favor and smash the like button. Comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading it for you guys again. I love you guys. Bye. Hello there, pile two. If you chose the clear quartz seer stone, this is going to be your reading. I'm just going to pop this right over here. And what we're going to be doing today, you guys, is checking your alignment with your future spouse. So we're going to be seeing or taking a peek into your guys' energy fields to see what's in there that is influencing your connection, or what's in there that's influencing your manifestation of calling your future spouse in. So I'm going to let this reading kind of unfold for itself. I have a ton of decks laying out here. So I'm only telling you this in case you're someone who tends to watch multiple piles. There may be some cards in here that you see in this reading but not other readings. It's because I'm just going with the flow. I'm going wherever the reading takes me, and not all decks are going to be required. Okay, all right, so let's find out what the overall general energy is. Oh look, we got healing. Beautiful. Okay, so some of you, I feel like you are in the midst of healing. Like there's stuff in your energy field that has been obstructing or delaying this connection from coming in, and you know this, and you've been at work on healing it. Okay, it's like, so you're in, like there's some healing in your energy field that needs to take place before this connection can fully happen. Okay, and this can range from anything from childhood all the way to, you know, just maybe you're going through a really bad breakup and that's triggering a lot of inner work. Okay, all right, let's get some information here. Tell me about pile two's alignment to their future spouse. What energy, how are they influencing the manifestation of their future spouse? Let's get 5 cards for pile. Knight of Swords, Four of Swords in reverse. Are you feeling restless about something, pile 2? With the Knight of Swords energy, I really feel like you're like full speed ahead on something, but I feel like it's throwing you off in some way, like you're too overly focused on something, making something happen, when you really should be in a state of just kind of falling back, pulling back your energy off of it, and seeing how things naturally unfold and seeing how the universe comes through. Like something's going on in your life that you're just like, I gotta fix it, I gotta change it, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And that's needed to a certain extent, but when you're too much in that energy, it can throw you off. I feel like you have a tendency to be very impatient too, pile 2. I laugh because I'm the same way. I'm like, I wanted it here yesterday. Ooh, we got 10 of Pentacles. Holy crap. Wow. Big, beautiful energy coming through with the 10 of Pentacles, pile 2. Holy moly. And you can have the 10 of Pentacles, you guys, if you would just learn how to let off of the gas pedal a bit and kind of slow down and put some of that energy and that, you know, that effort back kind of into yourself, and look at all this sword energy. Ooh, you guys are impatient. You're very much take action kind of people. You really, really are. You're just like, you know, or you could just be, it could be more mental type of energy. You're just wanting to figure things out. You're wanting to fix things. You know, you want things to change, and it's like your mind is all over it. And it's like you need to give your mind a rest. You need to kind of, and I also have a feeling, and it's funny how this 10 of Pentacles is right smack dab in the middle of all of this kind of frenetic, chaotic energy. And then here you have, like, you're feeling kind of, I don't know, bored, maybe apathetic with life. It's like there's so much about your life, it feels like you're wanting to change. And you definitely have the ability to do it. And you're too much in the, you know, trying to take care of business type of thing. You need to kind of learn a balance. There's a time when to take action. There's a time of when you need to go ahead and try and figure things out. But there's also a time when you need to pull your energy back from that thing and just allow the universe to step in and provide and rearrange and shift and stuff like that. Because right smack dab in the middle here, we've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is like another form of having a happily ever after, but with like a lot of abundance, like physical, material abundance. Okay, it's like leaving a legacy. And maybe, you know, part of your healing, or maybe something happened in a, you know, in a prior relationship, or maybe you're kind of in a situationship right now where the way that you distract yourself is with, you know, maybe work or certain kinds of endeavors. I'm even hearing for some of you, you're kind of overdoing it with a lot of, what do they call that? Personal growth and self-improvement. It's like you need to pull your energy off of that thing. You're too much in your head, and you're not enough in your heart. You're not enough in the present moment. You're not in your body enough. And it's like, you know, you need to give your mind a rest. There's a lot of sword energy in here, which is a lot of air energy, you guys. So, I mean, you might be an air sign, which is, you know, Gemini, Capricorn, what is he? Libra. Or you might have a lot of that in your chart. There's a lot of mind energy here. Feeling kind of very discontent and kind of bored with things. Feeling very restless. And I feel like maybe this 10 of Pentacles energy is really what you're wanting to achieve. But you need, and this is possible to achieve, but what's blocking you is all of this. Okay? You just need to learn how to shut your mind off, how to be more in the present moment. and just to allow things to unfold naturally. If you're trying to figure something out and nothing is coming to fruition, that's the signpost for you to say, okay, I don't know the how, I don't know the what, I don't know the when, where, or why, and there's nothing that I can do to control this. So the only thing I have left to do is to let go and let the universe do its job, okay? And it will. It will literally rearrange itself to bring what you need right to your front step, okay? Right to your doorstep. All right, so let's see what shadow work might need to be done for some of you. So, some of you might actually have the feeling that like what you do for a living defines you. So, or, you know, what you're able to, you know, like living in a nice house, or, you know, having the ability or the kind of money, like, you know, that I don't want to say it defines you, but it really, like, you tend to tack your self-worth onto that. And so it's like you're, you know, especially if you're dealing with a breakup, it's like you're going headlong into some kind of a business endeavor or something where you're kind of using that as a distraction. And what you're being told is that if you would just learn to kind of take your energy off of that from trying to force the outcome, the universe can actually deliver that to you a lot better, a lot faster. Okay. Let's get a couple more. That one wanted to come out. Wow, trust issues came out for pile 1 as well. And this one just, oh, okay. So are you dealing with somebody that basically, maybe they didn't actually really ghost you, but that's how it feels? Like they've disappeared. Like the two of you broke up and now there's like zero contact, zero connection. But it's almost like I kind of feel haunted by this. Like you're haunted by this past connection. Like it feels like you're not able to escape it. And if this isn't necessarily talking about a past relationship, it's some kind of a situation, something that happened in the past that is haunting you. And like you're working really hard to try to overcome this. But what's really going on is you're not dealing with the roots of the issue that may have caused this to, you know, into fruition, or it's just you're not dealing with the aftermath. Like I feel like you're wanting to go back in time and fix something. Was your reputation at all affected in this? Or maybe like a sense of honor was maybe taken away from you, or I just feel a lot of confusion here. A lot of confusion, not really being able to see kind of like the truth of maybe a certain situation. Like something was masked, like it was right in front of you, but you weren't clearly able to see like what was really going on. Like true intentions were camouflaged. The real person was camouflaged. You didn't really, yeah. And so I can't really pick up right now, pile 2, and this is maybe because it's just a general reading, but, you know, so put it where it needs to go. But it definitely feels like something happened in the past where your reputation is somehow involved. Something happened to where it's like you're being haunted by whatever happened. Someone with true intentions, with them, you know, with some kind of an outward facade, like what you were seeing wasn't really actually the true reality, and that really is messing with you. And that's not only causing trust issues with other people, it's more so causing trust issues with yourself and your own judgment, because you're like, how did I not see that? And really what it is, pile 2, there's just things that happen like that. You have people who don't know themselves well at all, if this is talking about a person, where they basically take on your energy and mirror that back to you. So you're basically seeing yourself. And then underneath that mirror, when the mirror shatters and then you see what's actually there, you're like, oh, whoa, like I don't even, what is that? I don't even know what that is. And you have to understand, yes, there are people out there. All you have to do, pile 2, is just focus on getting your own energetic vibe right, because it was something in your own energy vibe that drew this situation in. You'll never have to worry about manifesting something like this again if you just clear this out of your vibe. Okay? It's not at all about trusting yourself. You can't help that something was presented to you other than what it truly was. There was no way for you to know that. Okay? So your only defense then is to rework whatever it is, and I'm hearing expunge whatever is going on in your energy field that kind of brought and drew this, situation or this relationship or this person into your life. And then once you do that, once you fix your vibe in that way, you'll never have to deal with this ever again. These kinds of things will actually be repelled from you because you're vibrating on a whole different level, okay? All right, let's move on. Let's get 3 cards from this pile for pile 2. We got offering. Living in gratitude is the gateway to more blessings in life. So yeah, look for what can you be thankful for right now? Okay, like literally get into a gratitude, get into a practice of offering gratitude. And even, I know it's difficult to do, like when I was going through, my thing with my ex, it was very hard to put myself into a state where I'm like, okay, I never hated him, but there was a lot of, feelings of upset, feelings of hurt and stuff like that, to be able to switch and be like, okay, how can I actually look at this in a different way and put it in a different light? What did he teach me? Maybe, and so a lot of the things that my ex taught me, he didn't teach me in a very loving way, but, I was able to learn a lot of really valuable lessons from that experience that I carry with me to this day. I'm not haunted by that connection anymore. I'm actually looking at it as, oh wow, that connection actually helped me to see where my own vibe was, really muddy, really nasty, really gunky, so that, I could clean that out and never have to worry about manifesting another relationship like this ever again. There's a lot of things that you can be thankful for that this relationship or this situation has taught you. And it's just switching your focus. That's going to help clear your vibe as well. All right, let's get 2 more cards. We've got fire. This is fiery energy surrounds you and will put passion back into your life. Fire also destroys in a good way. So it's kind of like you can direct this fire energy at anything in your vibe that is causing you to consistently manifest toxicity in any different areas of life, into your experience. But I do feel like if you're having a hard time, like with this boredom, apathy card here, and then you have this feeling of restlessness, I do feel like you may be experiencing a loss of passion, a loss of motivation, like that's going to be restored. And we also have the witch. It says, don't fear the unknown, trust in your magical powers to bend reality, which that has very much of a magician of the tarot type of vibe, where it's like you are the co-creator of your reality. And if you can see things like that, like if you can see it like, oh, okay, the reason why this situation occurred is because there's something in my energy field that and remember you guys, you can absolutely heal your energy. Like if there is something in your vibe, you can clear that out. Okay, so look at these things as like, oh, okay, this is just kind of like a guidepost. It's pointing to things to me where, you know, in my own energetic vibe that I need to heal, that I need to clear, that I need to remove. And once you get your vibe right, you're just going to be like an automatic manifester of all the experiences you want to experience, right? And so, I mean, really kind of look at it in a way of like, oh, okay, here comes another trigger, but thank goodness, because once I clear that trigger, it's out of my vibe forever. You know, so it's almost like you welcome the triggers to come in. You welcome the bad memories, you welcome this and you welcome that, because you know it's bringing those things and those memories and those feelings and those emotions up for a reason, so that things can be healed. It can be cleared out of your vibe, so you're never manifesting those things on autopilot ever again. All right. Let's get some guidance from the universe. Guidance. Actually, yeah, I don't know why, like, this is supposed to be messages from your future, or, no, not really messages. I guess, no, we're right. It's what's in your vibe, but here we have the fox. Yeah, falsehood, some kind of a trap. Let's see what else comes out. Let's get 2 more cards. Don't be afraid of what, you know, so we tend to be afraid of triggers, right? We don't, because they feel like a trap. Like, the thing is, though, you guys, is that triggers don't have to be traps if you know what to do with them. And here we got stars with hope and clarity. So I really feel like, so with the fox, and it's talking about falsehood and traps, I feel like that's kind of what these are talking about, triggers in this particular context. It's like, don't be afraid. Like, yes, you may see where a trigger is like going to pop, and you're like, I want to avoid that. I don't want to be triggered. This is almost saying, don't avoid the trap. Go, you know, actually be bold enough to go to the trap and set it off, you know, so that that trigger can go off and you can clear that space in your energy field and replace it with whatever you're, you know, whatever vibe you're wanting to have. Okay. And then here it's like, once you deal with that, here you got prosperity, and then you've got hope and clarity. I feel like you may spend a lot of time really trying to avoid being triggered in some way, shape, or form, because it does not feel comfortable being haunted by like this past relationship. Like, I even feel like maybe something about this haunts you in your dreams as well. And so if you know how to, the process of releasing, if you know the process of letting go, you don't have to hide from the trap. You don't have to avoid the trap. And by traps, I mean triggers. You don't have to try to avoid triggers or try, you know, you can actually be very bold and like, okay, I know I'm going to be triggered, but I'm going to go headlong for it, because once I, you know, activate that trigger, activate that trap, deal with whatever comes up, deal with the, you know, the images, the memories, the feelings, the emotions, whatever comes up from activating that trigger, you know how to release through it, you know how to let those things go. That trap is gone for good. That trigger's gone for good. You just removed all of the emotional and mental energy that was attached to it. Now it's just a memory that doesn't have any significant feelings or thoughts attached to it. It's just a memory. Okay? Some good information coming through from the universe to you guys. Let's see. Actually, we're going to go over here. Let's get three cards for pile 2, please. Healing your vibe is basically like what's coming through. Like, you really need to just look at things, like look at the outside world, look at things that you have manifested thus far, and really look at your triggers. Like, be bold and actually, you know, not necessarily go searching for them, but welcome them when they come up. Like, don't avoid them, okay? Now, don't go trying to purposefully trigger yourself, but when You know, like say if you avoid passing by a certain place or something like that because you know if you do that you're going to be triggered, be bold and do that, and then just deal with the triggers as they come up, because what's going to happen is that trigger is going to be removed, it's going to be gone, it's going to be cleared from your energy field, and then, you know, going by that place or whatever is not going to bother you anymore. Here we have, ooh, passion restored. Where did we just, yeah, see, look at the fiery energy, and then down here with the fiery energy surrounds you. Look at that. This is how you get your passion back, you guys. And this is also talking about with your future spouse that's coming in. There's going to be a lot of passion in your guys' relationship, like kaboom. All right, I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to be like very hot and heavy in the beginning, like not in a toxic way, but there's definitely going to be a visceral feeling between the two of you where it's like, especially when you decide that you want to be in a committed relationship, like the two of you are going to have a very hard time keeping your hands to yourself or off of each other. Here we have trust, which is beautiful energy with trust coming through with passion, because sometimes it's just not balanced. Like, yes, you're going to have, you know, and I feel too like maybe feeling this heightened energy of passion with someone might be very triggering to you as well. Like you're like, especially with trust issues coming through. But here you got trust issues, and then here you have trust. And so it's like your future spouse is coming in. It's like, no, you can have all that passion. You can have all that fire, all the desire, all of that. And it's going to be genuine. It's going to be heart-based. It's not going to be emotional. It's going to be emotionally driven, not just physical desire driven. Okay, so you can trust that, because that passion is coming from a place of love. Okay, not from lust. Okay, two wanted to come out. So we got answers. Whew, I love this spread, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. So you are going to be getting some answers that is really going to help you kind of put the past back into perspective, where it's not going to be haunting you anymore. Okay, and you're going to be free from that. Like I love that the card freedom came out, because I really feel like you've been haunted by something. You're being haunted by something, but you're going to be free from that. Something is going to come to you, whether it's intuitively, whether it's from your higher self, whether it's through the inner work that you're doing, that is really going to put the past into its proper perspective and its proper place for you, where you're finally going to be free of that. That energy is finally going to be purged from your energy field, and it's no longer going to haunt you. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy that that came through for you. All right, guys, we are going to be looking at some messages from your future spouse directly. We got abundance. We got abundance. All right, come on. We need four more for my cards. Can I get for my cards for pile? You guys, I'm getting tired, so I'm getting goofy. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see. Nothing's jumping out, so we're just going to pull. Ooh, true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Yes. And right next to abundance, you've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Oh, play hard. That came out for pile 2 as well. So did stability. Wow. Some of you, retreat, I think, came out for pile. Oh my gosh. These 3, you guys, came out for pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, there may be quite a few messages in there for you as well. Okay. But what is being called in, or what is, going to be manifested, once you just clear your vibe and get your vibe right, is it's a beautiful, I love the feeling, I love the energy of this connection that's coming in. I mean, it's a perfect balance of spontaneity and stability. It's a perfect balance of work and play. Like, it's just, I feel like it's very well balanced. It's very heart-based. I love with the passion right next to the trust, because that tells me the passion that is there is not, it's not lust. It's not based out of lust. It's based out of love. So that is very long-standing. And yeah, with here, you guys are going to be laughing together, having fun together, just goofing off all the time. As far as retreat goes, it's like you guys are going to be so in love. You're not going to have a hard time being around other people, not at all. The two of you may actually, be part of a very large, social group, but there's also going to be times when the two of you just want to spend quality time alone. And this is saying that the relationship can stand the test of time. Yes, I can feel that because it is heart-based. There's more than just physical attraction here. There's more than just lust for each other. It's love. It's heart-based love. The attraction is they're not just attracted to you, for your physical aspects. They are attracted to your soul as you are theirs. Okay. Let's see. Look at this, guys. I just got this one in. It's called the Pink Divine Love Oracle deck. I got it on Etsy. Okay, it's kind of expensive, but you can pay for it in four installments. But I was like, it's pink. Oh my gosh. Ooh, you guys. Okay, this is something I need to tell you. And I want to say take it if it resonates, because some of you may or may not kind of believe in things like this, but even though you may not know this person, you have not met them yet, you already have their heart. Like, I kind of feel like they may actually be inadvertently manifesting you in. Like, I don't know if they're actually doing scripting or, consciously doing some kind of law of attraction and manifestation, but they have an image of you, of what they're wanting, They kind of have an idea of what they're wanting. Now, the clarity of that image, I'm not sure. They'll know when they see you that you're it. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like it's not going to take them very long for them to want to go exclusive with you, for them to want to make that commitment with you. And they're going to be very, very loyal. And they are going to very much honor and value you. Okay, so that just simply means that you're not going to have to worry about them stepping out or anything like that. They have your back. Okay, they're going to have your back. Because you have their heart. You already, right now, even though you may have never met them, you have their heart. Just like they have your heart, okay? Here we got self-love, taking care of me. And then we also have wishes coming true, dreams coming into fruition, okay? Yes. So right now, pile 2 is just really like taking care of yourself, self-love, reparenting yourself. And what do I mean by reparenting? If you have kids or if you have pets, you're going to know what I'm talking about. There are some things that you have to do as a parent that you have to do whether you feel like doing it or not. Okay? And that's basically what you need to do for yourself. It's like you may not feel like exercising, like eating right, like drinking however much water every single day, or whatever else needs to be done as far in form of self-care, but you do those things anyway because you deserve the outcome. You deserve the result of exercising. You deserve the result of eating nutritious foods. You deserve, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by reparenting yourself. Self-care also means like, playing, reconnecting with your inner child and learning how to play again, okay? Learning, what do I mean by play? I can't even remember if I told, like pile 1 was all about this, okay? So I'm not really quite sure if I even touched on this in this reading or not. If I did, I apologize for repeating myself, but I'm gonna do it just in case. So like playing is anything that really employs the senses of your body, okay? And I'm not talking about daydreaming, because I really get a feeling you guys need to kind of detach from your mind and drop out of your mind and into your body. But playing in terms of connecting with your body, okay? So doing anything that utilizes the senses of your body, all right? Playing could be dancing, it can be singing, it can be coloring or painting, it can be going to candle shops or going to bakeries and just smelling the aromas, tasting. You could actually just go and maybe, one of the fun things that we used to do was go to, you know, they have huge wedding shows, and my friend and I would just go to just sample all the different things, you know. And so it's just things like that, anything that utilizes swimming, taking showers, even self-pleasure, okay? If you get what I'm talking about, trying to keep it PG for YouTube. Just anything that utilizes the 5 senses of the body, okay? So touch, smell, taste, sight, and sound. All right, let's get a couple more from this deck. I love this deck. It is so pretty and pink. I did not used to be a very pinky person because I was very much, way too much in my masculine energy, but as I started to kind of, you know, fall back into my feminine energy, I really started taking an appreciation for more softer things. All right, we got traditions. Ooh, morals, values, and family roots. I see you guys. Like, and of course this card has, like, it looks like it's all decked out in Christmassy stuff, but I do see, like, the two of you actually doing that together. Like, you're gonna be the crazy, oh, what's that movie? Christmas Vacation, I think it's called, where the Griswold, oh, what's his name? Clark Griswold, put so many lights on his house and in the lawn and stuff that when they turned it on, it just took out the power of the city. Like, I'm not saying you're going to be that extreme, but it's like you're going to be so excited about spending the holidays with this person. It's just, guys are going to go out all out, like Halloween. And that's, of course, if, you know, you celebrate those things, but it's like you two are going to be gung-ho about creating family traditions together. Okay, let's get one more card for pile 2. Unraveling, truths exposed and falling apart. And so I just have a feeling that has to do with whatever it is you're having to face from your past. Yeah, I think that's just kind of a guidepost back to whatever is haunting you. And maybe the answers are going to have something to do with that. Like, if you've got questions about something that just you're not able to really put that to bed, it's like you're going to see something unravel right before you. Something's going to expose. Like, whatever is causing you to not be able to find peace with that situation, something is going to fall apart with that, where you're going to be able to, like, finally just put it to bed, close the door, you know, and move on. Okay. All right, pile 2, those were your messages. I hope that you enjoyed them. If you did, please do me a favor and smash the like button for me, and comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading again for you very soon. Take care, pile 2. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the rose quartz seer stone, this is going to be your reading. And today we're going to be looking at what is in your vibe, what's in your energy, what's in your energy field that is influencing the manifestation of bringing your future spouse into your physical 3D experience, okay? Yeah, I'll try to remember if I had any other spiel to give you, but I guess that was it. Oh, yes. So, I have a ton of decks pulled, and I'm just going to let this reading unfold naturally. So, if you're cross-watching like another video with this pick a card, I'm just letting you know that you may see some cards used in this video that may not have been used in the other video. That's only because I'm just letting the message unfold as it needs to, and not every single reading is going to require, you know, every single pile. So I'm just letting you know so you don't freak out like, oh, I didn't get that. It's okay. I'm just letting the reading unfold. The messages come naturally, okay? So as far as your vibe, let's see what the overall message is. And I know we have inner child. Okay, and let's go ahead and pull some cards to kind of figure out what about the inner child. Like, are you needing to connect more to your inner child? Is there some inner child work that needs to be done? Let's look into it. All right. Can you give us some more information for pile 3? What is in their vibe? What is in their vibe? All right, what is in pile 3's vibe that is influencing their them manifesting their future spouse? And here we have. All right, let's get 3 more cards for pile 3. Ooh. Okay. Let's get one more. I think there's some inner child healing that actually needs to be done here, pile 3. There's definitely kind of like, we got the 2 of Cups reversed here. So this may be symbolizing like the disintegration of some kind of a partnership, whether it's like a past relationship or something of that nature. We also have the 6 of Wands reversed. It's just not like there's a lot of blocked energy here. Like you're, you know, usually, so with the 6 of Wands being reversed, it's not being able to celebrate even you know, not just the small victories, but even the big. And I have a feeling like, you know, something's needing to be, like you're needing to move on from something, but you're having a really hard time doing it. And I really just feel like your connection to your higher self, or your connection to Source, God, however you want to call it, is being blocked somehow. And what's coming through though is that it's this inner child, like, you know, the state of your inner child right now. There really needs some healing really needs to be done. But whatever you have gone through, like whatever this relationship or this partnership is signifying, whoever that is talking about is simply letting you know that that was a very fated, and I have to spell it out because of my Midwestern accent, fated, F-A-T-E-D, not faded, like F-A-D-E-D. Anyway, it was a very fated connection to kind of point you in the direction of where your healing needs to be. But a lot of the times, you know, we weren't given a handbook of healing. So it's like, you know, the karmic connections are just situations pop up, they trigger a lot of things, and then we don't know what to do with the triggers. You know, and then we go into like kind of distraction mode, trying to distract ourselves from, you know, we don't really get to learn the lesson, and so we just end up repeating the same pattern over and over again, you know, same relationship but with a different person, right? Let's get 2 more cards from this deck, please, for pile 3. I'm just picking up a very melancholy vibe coming from you guys. Like, you know, you're very sad about something, very withdrawn. I'm not sure if you're going through a period of isolation right now. Oh, okay. So if you are going through a period of isolation right now, that's actually one of the worst things that you can do. If you're like, if you're, not only are we needing to heal the inner child, it's like we're needing to connect with it. And isolation isn't really, you know, like the way that you connect to your inner child is through play, through utilizing the senses of the body, you know, the 5 senses being taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound. And like, I feel like you guys are really hurting and you're just wanting to turn inward. which there is a time and a place for that, but just make sure that you're not taking it to an extreme, okay? A lot of the times, some of our, just being around people can help shift our energy enough to where we're able to release certain things. Being around people, like their presence, I know at the time of this video, which by the way, this video is timeless, you can watch it at any time, but at the filming of this video, we have another COVID scare going on, and so I'm not really quite sure where you're at in terms of getting out and about around people, but being around people's physical presence, especially if they are people whose energy is very nourishing and very loving, can be very healing for our own energy. And so it's like your inner child really needs to be nurtured right now. And if you are tending to isolate yourself because you're hurting, it's okay to be around the people that you love and that love you, and that's actually one of the best things that you can do for yourself right now. Okay, I really am picking up that being around other people for you is going to be very, very healing. And it can be friends, it can be coworkers if you like them, it can be, family members, but it's just, the key word here is people who, who love you, people who want the best for you, people that can make you laugh, people that you can laugh with and feel goofy with. And that's the big thing, getting yourself into a situation where there's just going to be a lot of laughs. And so if you have a friend that is just a class clown, just cracks you up all the time, you need to call that person up and go visit them. Go visit them in person, get in their physical presence, and allow their energy to heal your energy, to help shift some stuff in there, to move some things around so that hopefully something can be knocked loose and it can be let go of, okay? But I feel like, your inner child is not very trusting. And actually, it's probably your inner child that is causing you to want to close off, to shield, to protect, to, you know what I mean? And we got cycles. So we got cycles, which is mirroring the wheel of fortune. This is something that needs to be broken for you. This may be something from your childhood. This could even be something that's been carried over from from past lives. But you need to be able to disconnect from something, not withdraw. Not withdraw from the world, not withdraw from the people that love you, but you need to disconnect yourself from whatever is causing this hurt and pain. I feel like with this Two of Cups reversed at the center of everything, like a lot of your pain and your suffering, if you are suffering, is coming from a very special relationship where there is currently some kind of a separation. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. The Two of Cups is just a partnership in general. So it can be, it's a very important relationship though. So it can be, a relationship with a family member, a really close friend. And it can also be a romantic relationship, but this is kind of like at the very center of all of your problems that you're dealing with right now. This relationship may also be, if this relationship is from your childhood, I feel like that's where a lot of the problems with your inner child has started. Now, if this isn't talking about someone from your childhood, this is just saying this situation did a number on your inner child, or it really aggravated or activated your inner child to react in some way. And, you basically need to kind of show up like as the parent for this inner child and give the inner child what it's craving from this relationship right here. And ask your inner child, what are you wanting? What are you not getting from this relationship that is causing you to want to withdraw, want to shield, or whatever? What's going on in this relationship that you're not getting? Are you not feeling safe? Are you, is your heart not feeling safe? Are you not feeling protected? Are you not, what is it that's going on here? And then you kind of show up as the parent and you give the inner child that yourself. And you can do that via meditation. You can do that however you want to. Because this is a very active part of you. It always will be. And sometimes you just need to you know, in your mind and in your heart, when you're meditating, just walk up to your inner child and give it what it needs. Does it need a hug? Does it need words of affirmation? You know, what does it need? And then figure in what this is doing. So this situation is showing you what the inner child is needing that it's not getting, but it needs it from you. Okay. This is the foundation of all of this work. It starts with you being able to fulfill yourself. This is not 100% all the time, but because we do need relationships with other people, you know, it's nice to get a physical hug from somebody else. You know, it releases all of those really feel-good chemicals. But the thing is that it's not needed to validate your sense of self-worth. It's not needed to, you know, show you that you're the one or anything like that. Okay. So while you're not being able to receive, while your inner child is not able to receive what it's needing in this particular relationship or the situation, you're being called to give it yourself. And you can do this through, you know, if it needs hugs or it needs physical affection, you know, go get a hug from, you know, your children, your pets, your parents, your friends, people that you trust, that you know care very much for you. Okay, and that's a way that you can kind of ease that pain. And so that's just kind of guiding you in that direction. But you really do need to kind of disconnect your energy from this relationship. So if you are in separation, you know, that means it's like you really need to put yourself in a space where you're able to let go of that person and everything that is centered around it. Now, if this is like a family member or someone that you have to be around, you can emotionally and mentally detach and disconnect from someone and still have a functioning relationship with them, okay? It's not easy to do, I admit that. I've had to learn how to do that myself, but it's absolutely doable. You know, if you think of emotions and thoughts, those are just forms of energy. And you are able to either hold on to that energy and make it stronger, or you can let it go and dissolve it and make it go away, which removes that emotional charge attached to either that thought or that memory or whatever, okay? But yeah, you're definitely being guided to let that go. Let it go. And once you do this inner child healing work, pile 3, it's going to be an automatic, like your connection to yourself, your higher self, your connection to, you know, source or God or the universe is going to increase as well. Okay, and that is an awesome place to be, because you get the kind of guidance like, I mean, the minute you ask a question, you receive the answer that you're looking for. It can be that instant. And if you don't receive it right away, it's like then it'll send it to you through other means. But, you know, you're sensitive enough to the information that you're able to receive it. All right, so next we've got candles with allow your passion to become your purpose. We've got the universe with there's a creative genius in you waiting to be unleashed. And then we also have spirit world with spirit is trying to communicate with you through pay attention to the signs. Here I was just talking about that. So anyway, what I'm being pulled over here is about candles in the universe, talking about allowing your passion to become your purpose, and then there's a creative genius in you waiting to be unleashed. I feel like one of the quickest ways to not only connect to your inner child but to heal it is to tap back into some kind of, like, there's something that you're able to do, pile 3, that is perfect for tapping into or connecting to your inner child. Remember, we were talking about how you connect to your inner child is through play, okay? Play doesn't always mean just running around and being goofy and stuff like that. It's anything that utilizes the senses of the body. And so maybe, you know, you have an interest in singing or an interest in dancing or an interest in sculpting, painting, something like that. And what your higher self is saying is that this is like the quickest way for you to heal your inner child is to immerse yourself back into that again. And I'm hearing some of you say, like, I've been wanting to do that, and this is just confirmation to let you know, yes, you need to do that. Like, that's actually guidance that you were receiving from your higher self, but you just kind of like, you know, you weren't really sure if that's what it was. But so yes, this is confirmation that it's okay to go back and start playing that instrument again, or start singing again, or dancing, or acting, or whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely to get back into that, because you're really good at it, and it does bring you a sense of it puts you in a place of peace, because it connects you not only to your inner child, but you're tapping into your feminine energy, which takes you out of your masculine mental energy. So it's like it takes you out of your head and into the present moment, which is where peace always resides. Okay, so yes, definitely do that. Let's see, let's get some guidance from the universe about manifesting your future spouse. We've got ship, cross, and then lilies. Okay, so there definitely is, especially with there's a lot of Wheel of Fortune energy coming in through here. Like, things could go either way, and I feel like maybe you have like an idea of this, you have an inkling of this, but you don't have to worry about which way the tide turns, because pile 3, you control the wheel. You know, I feel like what's been going on is that you haven't known that, like you're just now learning that, and the wheel has just been kind of left to its own devices, and so it's doing its own thing. It's been really crazy and chaotic. But you don't have to fear change, especially when you are consciously manifesting what it is you want in your life. So manifesting requires both cutting away all that does not serve you, getting your vibe cleaned out, and then being very purposeful about what you're calling in, rather than just leaving things up to chance. Okay, because that usually ends up really badly anyway. Sometimes it doesn't, but most times it does. And when you have done that, it's caused a sense of grief. Like, you have to be very purposeful about what you're doing and how you're manifesting. It's not just focusing on what you want to call in. Much of manifesting, you guys, has to deal with removing the blocks and the mud and the gunk that is really obscuring your energetic vibe. Okay, that is causing you to manifest things into your life that are basically toxic and not good for you, or negative influences for you. Okay, yeah, I feel like up until this point, or maybe up until recently, like, luck may not have really worked that well for you. You may feel like time has not always been on your side. Luck was not always your friend. But that's only because you have failed to realize that you know, you have control over the wheel, but you took your hands off of the wheel, and now the wheel is just kind of doing its own thing. You know, spewing out results and experiences and stuff, and some of them are cool, most of them are not, and it's just like, you know, yeah. So take your manifestation, take your creative ability to manifest, to create the life that you want, into your own hands, and be very purposeful about both sides of the wheel. One wheel is, you know, cutting out all the negative influences. The other one is purposefully plotting and mapping what you're manifesting in. You have to do both. You can't just do one, okay? Because you have to remember, 95%, at least in the very beginning, 95% of what we are manifesting comes from what is deep in our subconscious mind. And so, you know, that's what we have to do. It's like, yeah, we can consciously try and manifest all day, but really what you're bringing in is what's in your energy field, which is mainly subconscious. All right. Okay. I want to show you guys the cutest deck. I just got it in today. It's called Pink Divine Love Oracle. I got it off of Etsy. It's kind of expensive. I'm not going to say kind of. It is expensive, you guys. There's a lot of cards here, though. You know, Etsy has a 4-payment plan that you can utilize, but I'm like, it's pink. Everything about it is pink. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, there's some pink, and I don't know. It's just, I love this deck, you guys. I had to have it. I was like, well, I'm not going to be buying decks for a while. Holy moly. All right, we've got Time with Divine Timing, Fated Destiny. We've also got Going Within, Withdrawn from the World, Needs Space and Time for Self. We also have, oh look, we got money stuff coming in. Kind of peeking its head in here. Let's get 2 more cards from this deck for pile 3, please. Ooh, Detox. Look at that purple. Spiritual Cleansing, Purging. Let's get 1 more. Okay, let's get 2 more. It's like, you know, Spirit just does what it wants. The universe is like, I'll do what I want. I'll do what I want. You guys have to forgive me. I'm a little bit tired, so I'm a little bit goofy. I kind of start to take on accents and just, I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So here with the Going Within, like I told you, there's a time and a place for doing that, for being withdrawn. It's just make sure that you're not making that a permanent part or a fixture of your life. There's a difference between resting and isolating yourself. So make sure that you're not going into the dysfunction of that and isolating yourself, okay? But it is okay when you need to withdraw from the world to do the healing that needs to be done. So as far as your future spouse goes, have you been scripting, or have you been doing some kind of a program, pile 3, where you are very consciously working on manifesting in your future spouse? Because I almost see like there's a list of attributes or values or something kind of like tucked away somewhere, and your future spouse is saying like, yeah, you know, they're gonna tick all of those boxes, like wishes coming true, dreams coming into fruition. The 2 of you are also going to be on the same wavelength spiritually. Like, I don't know if maybe the people that you've had connections with in the past, especially this 2 of Cups person, like the 2 of you may have clashed when it comes to spiritual values, and that maybe have caused like a major divide or a division in that relationship. Like, this person that's coming in is, you know, not that you're going to need validation, but they're going to make you feel comfortable being able to fully express yourself within that spiritual space, okay? I'm not quite sure if their spiritual beliefs are going to 100% mirror yours, but at the very least, pile 3, they're going to be very accepting, very supportive, but they may very well believe a lot of the same things that you do. And I feel like the 2 of you are going to align spiritually in that way, okay? I also feel like this person is going to be very successful. When I think of investments in context, what I'm hearing right here, because investments came up for pile 2, but it had a different feeling to it. Like, the energy of this investment's like, this person is really good with their money. You know, they may possibly have multiple streams of income, some of them being residual income, where they just make money, like it just, you know, like money is not going to be an issue for you guys, which is nice. Money issues suck, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's definitely an amazing thing right there. Ooh, that one wanted to come right out. I mean, as far as like, there's a lot of, I'm telling you, for some reason the wheel energy is just is very prominent in this reading, and what I am being told to tell you is that, you know, usually the Wheel of Fortune is just kind of like, it can be very unpredictable, but what is being highlighted for me here is to tell you that it doesn't have to be. You put your hands back on the wheel and control the direction of which way it's going, okay? Which is a very empowering message, because it's like, you don't have to be afraid of what the future holds, because you can literally create it and call it in. Okay, here we got Strength. Ooh, courage. Wow. Strength and courage. I love that. I'm hearing power couple for you and the future spouse. Power couple. Power couple. Ooh. Yeah, we'll oh. Look at this. Holy moly. You are going to be in such a good place. Like, you and your future spouse are just going to be having the time of your lives. I feel like the two of you may even go into some kind of a business endeavor, because I'm hearing risk. But there's always risk involved with starting any kind of a business, you know, because you need courage to do those things. Strength, courage, happiness, and financial health. This is going to be an amazing, like, the energy of your guys' connection with your future spouse, the energy of your relationship is very solid, very strong, very balanced. With the strength and courage right next to each other, if you know what the tarot strength card has, it's got the woman with the lion. And on that tarot card, the woman is like next to the lion, and I think she's prying open the lion's mouth. It's like not in a forceful way, though. It's like the way she approaches the lion is so graceful that the lion just yields to her. I feel like that's how your future spouse is going to be as well. Like, your future spouse is going to be very, very much the lion, very much the alpha, but just the way you are, the way you embody your energy, you're just going to have a way where they're instantly tamed in your energy. Instantly tamed. It's going to like freak some people out, you know, that knows this person. They're going to be like, I have never seen them this tamed before. Not tame like as far as like they were wild, they had, you know, lots of, you know, significant others or anything like that, but like this person, I feel like they are very strong-willed, very hard, not hard-headed, but what's that word I wanted to use? They're very strong-willed. Very assertive, like when they want something, they go for it without hesitancy at all. And people like that people like that sometimes can tend to have a dynamic where they just kind of run over people. That's not how this person is. At least not with you. I don't think they're like that at all. There's a really good balance with them. They don't step over people or step on people. It's just, you know, they got laser focus, and when they want something, they just go right for it. But you have this amazing energy about you, and the energy that you embody, that you are able to tame that lion just by the way that you behave with it. Very beautiful. All right, let's get one card from this deck. Or actually, no, we're gonna, get one. This one came out for, was this pile 2 again? Desire to be seen. So, like with desire to be seen, I'm not sure, pile 3, if you kind of might have, like, you don't maybe like the spotlight. Or maybe you feel invisible. Maybe there's kind of an issue. Was this pile 2 or pile 1? I can't remember. Maybe you've got a deal where it's like you just kind of feel invisible, as if no one really sees you. Maybe you've been going through a situation where you feel invisible. And that might be something that needs to be worked on before. Like, this is something you might be carrying around in your energy. Like, you really need to dig deep and ask yourself, you know, what is in your energy field or your vibe that is supporting this invisibility? Like, why are you cloaking yourself from being seen? it's like consciously you don't want to be invisible, but there's something subconscious going on that is making you, that's like cloaking you so other people can't see you. And you got to ask yourself, really dig deep and find out what that is. Okay, because it's just a very contradicting dynamic within you. Consciously, you want to be seen, you don't want to be invisible, but subconsciously, it's almost like a protective mechanism that is keeping you from being seen by other people. And it may be very well because maybe something happened in your past where, you know, you were seen and it caused you to get hurt somehow. Okay. But yeah, that's coming up for some of you. All right, so let's get a few more messages here. We're gonna look into messages from your future spouse. Says the timing is not quite right. Yeah, I can see that. Again, we got more about timing, that Wheel of Fortune energy. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done as far as like your vibe goes. Here we've got denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. And I really feel like there's something, like there's still a door open to some kind of a past situation. Now, if this situation is something, like I said, like a friend or a family member or something like that, that you can't really close the door on, you need to detach from them. Emotionally and mentally detach so they're not able to access your energy in that way, okay? If it's like an ex that you don't have kids with, or there's no reason why the two of you have to have any kind of communication, just shut the door. Not only detach with love, but shut the door as well. Give me three. Yeah, let's get 3 more cards. Got self-care. See, clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Yes, okay, so we've got cards that are basically talking with each other. You got a storyline coming out here. It's like the timing is not quite right because you have to clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Okay, number 1, I think, is definitely starting to work on that this card over here about the desire of being seen. Like there's something about you that is cloaking you, that is wanting to keep you hidden so you're not seen. All right, here we got spiritual. Oh, okay. Something's coming through about, okay, inner child work. All right. Well, for a lot of you, and you know, like this is a general reading. Okay, it's not going to resonate with everybody. So just kind of apply it and make it fit into wherever you're at. But I feel like many of you may have had something happen in your childhood. Timing here isn't really important, what I'm hearing. Yeah, some of you may have had something happen in your actual childhood or, you know, in your teens or something, but this could have happened to you, you know, a few years ago in your adulthood. It's still going to be very damaging to your inner child where you were receiving attention and it caused you to get hurt somehow. And I feel for the message that is coming through, like this hurt was damaging on every level. Like it was physically damaging, emotionally, mentally, and very damaging to your soul. So this is just kind of guiding you. And if that is true, pile 3, you know, I'm not a psychologist. That's not the kind of work that I can do. You might need to talk to someone professionally to kind of help you put that in its proper space. But just know that that is causing you to subconsciously, well, it's a protection mechanism for your inner child because your inner child was hurt in that process, okay? And so a protection mechanism of cloaking yourself so that you are invisible, so that other people can't see you, is what is very much causing you to not be able to attract what you're wanting to attract. Like if you're feeling like you're not receiving any kind of romantic interest, this is why. There is something in your vibe that is saying, like, don't look at me, I'm not here, I'm invisible, you can't see me. So people aren't seeing you, okay? And what I mean by that, it's like they see you physically, but they can't pick up on your energy. The energy that they're picking up on is you're invisible. So they might see you and just, it's amazing the way energy works. Like if you're saying you can't see me, they'll see you for a split second and forget about you the next time. You know what I mean? Because that's what's in your energy field. Okay, very profound messages coming through here, pile 3. So that is actually all that I have for you. If you enjoyed this message, pile 3, please do me a favor and smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, but only if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading again for you guys very soon. Take care, pile 3. Bye-bye. Hi, pile 4. If you guys chose the Smoky Quartz Seer Stone, God, I love this stone because you can see right through it. It's so clear. I'm geeking out on my stones, you guys. This is going to be your reading, and what we're going to be looking at today is what is in your energy field that is influencing your ability to manifest your future spouse. Okay, so what may come up could be, it could just show that you're on the right track, or it could show like maybe some blockages or something like that. But we're just going to be looking at what is currently in your energy field that is influencing your ability to manifest your future spouse into your 3D reality. Okay, so let's just get right to it. All right, here we have creativity coming up. So let's look at and see exactly what creativity might be talking about. I'm having a feeling it has very feminine energy type of vibes. All right, but let's get some more information on it. Tell me more about pile 4's ability to manifest their future spouse. Alright, talk to me, pile. Got the Page of Wands reversed. 5 of Swords reversed. God, there's a lot of blocked energy here, you guys. You're on guard. You're on guard about something. What are you defending? So the Page of Wands reversed is all about feeling very inadequate. Like in the upright position, the Page of Wands is very much like, you know, there's the Knight, you know, there what do they call them? Predecessors, I guess. The ones that are, you know, before him. Not before him, but in front of him. So you got the page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. And the Page of Wands very much admires the Knight, the Queen, and the King. And he admires their skill. He admires their role. And this admiration is coming from a place of, wow, I can't, you know, that's going to be me. Like, you know, like, it's more exciting than it is, you know, feeling envious. And in this position, being reversed, it's more of a feeling like not quite sure that you're going to measure up. Not quite sure that you have what it takes to advance in those roles, to make it to the Knight, to the Queen, to the King. It's like you're playing the comparison game and you always feel like you're coming up short. There's a lot of conflict in these cards. A lot of conflict and being on the defensive. With the Seven of Wands, though, being right in the middle, the Seven of Wands has a very different energy than the Five of Swords, even with the Five of Swords being reversed. The Seven of Wands, you can see this person is, you know, he's standing on top of a hill, so he's in a better position to be able to defend what he's wanting to defend. He or she. Or they. So you do need to know, pile 4, that whatever it is you're on the defense about, you're in the more favorable position. You're definitely in the more favorable position, but even so, you still doubt your skill. You still doubt your ability to win. And it may be because you're like, well, yeah, I'm up here, but look at all these people coming against me. It doesn't matter. From this vantage point, you know, you just have the upper hand. It doesn't matter how many people are coming up against you, you have the upper hand. And then we got the Ace of Wands, which is like a renewed sense of passion. A new Ace of Wands also has to do with creativity. There's just a lot of muddled confusion in here, and we'll go ahead and continue on with the reading. Hopefully it will, and that's probably like your energy coming through, like you're very confused, or you're just, yeah, things are not very clear. It's like, you know what you want, you know in what direction you want to go, you're not sure if you have what it takes, and it feels like there's something coming up against you that you don't know if you have what it takes to defend it or to overcome it, but you do. I do see that in the cards. You absolutely do. And then you got the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and it's kind of like, normally this is the wealth card, but being reversed, it's very blocked. And I feel like your ability to accumulate wealth and prosperity isn't just material things. Prosperity is prosperity in relationships. Like, there's something going on with your creativity that is blocking a lot of this energy. Maybe it's maybe there's something in you that doubts that you're able to create the life that you want or manifest the life that you want. We'll go ahead and pull some more cards to see what's going on. Let's look at some shadow work. The shadow work. Let's get 5 cards for pile. Ooh, we got Ghost and Vanish. I feel like you're being haunted by something. For some of you, this could literally mean like you were ghosted by somebody, but in this context, it feels like you're being haunted by something. Got Clockwork. Here we got Scarcity Mindset. I feel like you have what's called an evil foreboding of, which basically means like you have this feeling that's like the other shoe is going to drop. When's the other shoe going to drop? Which, when you have that thought, that it's like you're manifesting that reality. Then we also have amends and excuses with I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, you got this, you have the spread thin. I really do feel like your energy feels not only kind of, no, I won't say your energy feels scattered, but it feels very spread thin, just simply because I feel like all of your energy is going into defending something. You're defending something, and it could be something created, it could be something in connection to your creativity. There's just some information here. It's like, for some reason, all is not being revealed. I'm hoping, pile 4, that you're getting an inkling of what this is in relation to, because at this point, and it may change as we get into the reading a little bit more. Hold on. Okay, that makes more sense. So this is basically talking about, like, you're not sure if you have what it takes to be able to manifest the life that you want. Not just the future spouse, but there's something going on that really has you questioning your, like, there's some solar plexus and sacral chakra stuff happening here. Like, something going on with your sense of self-empowerment, your sense of self-worth, your sense of self-confidence to be able to really manifest. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what is it you're defending? Like, are you defending against yourself, or like what is going on here? But that's like that's what's in your energy. It's like you're really questioning your ability. Do you have what it takes? And the thing is that self-doubt in and of itself is like one of your biggest blocks. I don't feel like passion for you or motivation is really a problem. I think when you find something, or something like it's like you don't have a problem like taking action once you know which way to go. The only thing that might hold you back is just your, like, you kind of doubt your skill. You doubt your ability to follow through. Like, you can start things just fine, but it's like you might have a hard time finishing. But that is just, you know, you have to understand that with those kinds of thoughts, that's what's happening. Like, that's in your energy field. You have this in your energy field that you don't have what it takes, or that you doubt that you have what it takes. So the universe is going to keep throwing others, like, okay, you know, your order is, you don't have the ability to manifest this, and so it's just going to throw blocks at you, curveballs, obstacles, challenges. And maybe that's what you're constantly defending yourself against. It's like you get something started and you're constantly just like hit with obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and you're trying as hard as you can to defend this endeavor. This may be talking about a relationship, it may be talking about a business, but it's just like something that seems to happen to you often where you're not even sure now if you have the ability to even manifest a future spouse, because anything that you put your mind to, that you put in motion, just seems to just like what's the block today? That makes a lot more sense. I don't necessarily feel that you have a scarcity mindset, but it's definitely connected to your ability to manifest. Like, I really feel, I'm getting this feeling like it's just so hard. Like, you're almost on a verge of wanting to give up. But, you know, obviously, thankfully you're not, because you're right here listening to this reading. And so it's just clearing that out of your vibe. It's, you know, getting that out of your energy field, you know, working, maybe possibly start doing some work with your solar plexus and your solar plexus and your sacral chakra to kind of clear out those belief systems, because that's what's causing you to really have a hard time with this, because it's your energy vibe, it's your vibe, your energetic vibe, that is causing the universe to continue to throw curveballs and, you know, monkey wrenches in the engines and stuff like that. I know it's very frustrating, but once you get that cleared out of your vibe, it's literally going to be smooth sailing, okay? Smooth sailing. And I feel it's going to be very easy for you to start. It already is very easy for you to start. It's just very difficult for you to finish, just because of all of the challenges that are put in your way. And that's going to help, you know, turn this energy where it belongs, which is in the upright position, which is, you know, wealth and prosperity in every area, not just, you know, finances, but finances are definitely indicated. Okay, so let's get some more cards in regards to your future spouse. We got communicate, expressing feelings, messages, and news. We also have options, multiple choices, many opportunities available. Ooh. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a minute about what I'm picking up on. And then we have wise, think smart, take your time. Steps, movement forward, momentum. That's a good sign, you guys. Let's get one more. Oh, we got affectionate, lovey-dovey, passionate, and PDA. Okay, so right away, your future spouse is going to be very expressive in their love towards you. Okay, right here we have that they're just going to be all about being lovey-dovey, passionate, touchy-feely, you know, PDA, and they're going to be very good at verbally communicating, or actually communicating to you in every way, at how they feel about you. Okay, they're going to be very good at text messaging you, very good at keeping you in the loop. You're never going to like question what they're doing, who they're with, what they're thinking, how they're feeling, none of that. Okay, now at the time that your future spouse comes in, you would have done some work to finally clear your vibe of those, you know, solar plexus issues and the sacral chakra issues that oh yeah, that's just for Adele. I was gonna say it's a different pile. That you're gonna have just options. You're gonna have potential romance partners just kind of coming out of the woodworks. Okay, you're just gonna have a lot of options to choose from. This is when, or during this period, is when you're going to be meeting your future spouse, is when it's just people are asking you out on dates left and right. Okay, and what you're being told is to just, you know, it's okay to do that. Just be, you know, think smart and take your time, and don't allow yourself to get too overly invested too soon. Okay, just take your time, figure things out. But I am hearing that when your future spouse does come in, you're actually going to know it very soon. You're going to know it very soon. Yeah, so that's just kind of giving you an idea of what part of life you're going to be in when they come in, and you're going to be very sought after. Okay, people are going to be wanting to take you out on dates. You'll have quite a few of them wanting to step up and claim you. Just take your time and figure out and really check in with yourself to be like, you know, do I want to go that route with this person or not? But I have a feeling that when it's your future spouse, you're going to know very early on, like, yes, I want this person to claim me. Okay, I want to be this person's one and only. Let's get a deck from here. Actually, let's get here some advice from the universe. Here we got Sid. We got Mountain, which is literally talking about cutting away the obstacles. Like, you have the power and the ability to do that, pile 4. And then, ooh, look what's left over, Clover, which is talking about luck and contentment. All right, so I know that you're feeling probably somewhat, maybe not overwhelmed, but you may very well be feeling overwhelmed, but you're definitely feeling, it's not disappointed, discouraged is the word, from just all of the opposition that you seem to be facing every time you set out on some kind of a, you know, an endeavor, with all the curveballs, all the challenges, all the obstacles, all the roadblocks, what have you, all the delays, all the detours. But like, there's something in your energy field that is doing that. We've already talked about that, but this is just more confirmation from the universe. Like, that's what you need to do, is cut all of that out of your energy field. And once all of that is gone, it's going to be just a beautiful flow of alignment, just almost effortlessly aligning yourself to what it is you're wanting to manifest. And we got luck and contentment in here, meaning that, you know, where obstacles would be thrown in your path, the things that you need to align you with what you're wanting will be thrown in your path. Oh, you need you need $500 to you know, invest in this thing. Here you go. There's $5,000 or $5,000, even better, you know. And this is very much going to happen too with bringing in your future spouse, oh, you need a mutual friend to, you know, introduce you. There you go. You know, just something like that. It's like, rather than throwing curveballs at you, you know, or obstacles in your path, the universe starts throwing, you know, the resources that you need to get you to where you're wanting to go. Okay. Okay, let's get one card from here. Or actually, yeah, we're doing one card from this deck for pile 4. Wise counsel. I'm hearing this has something to do with your higher self. Like your higher self has been wanting to come through and speak with you for a while. And you may actually have a very deep connection with your higher self, but for some reason, you've been having a hard time receiving guidance in regards to what is going on in your vibe. Your higher self wants to guide you through the process of clearing out your vibe so that you can more effortlessly align yourself and attract into your experience what you're wanting to manifest and experience. Okay, so whatever it is, like whatever question you might have, if your first question is I don't even know how to clear my vibe of that, then go to your higher self, ask it to, you know, help you out in that area, whatever it is you're needing, whether it's just some guidance or maybe it's a resource or a book or a seminar or a quote or something. It'll put that in your path and kind of spark it for you, get it going. Okay, all right, you guys, I got one last thing. We're gonna check out some messages from your future spouse. Get some messages from your future spouse, please. We got second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. So this may be talking about, for some of you, this may be talking about like a past relationship, somebody that you have already connected with before. You know, and if that doesn't resonate, if you're like, no, I don't want any of my exes back, then this could just be talking about like a past life connection. We also have wait. The timing is not quite right. We also have different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Balance is one person is giving too much in this relationship. And I think these are talking about, obviously, the Two of Cups situation that was in reverse. Then here we have mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Yeah. So your future spouse is coming in, basically letting you know it's okay to let that Two of Cups reversed person, like, let him go. It's okay to detach. It's okay to move on and move forward. You know, you and that person, you know, you don't share the same vision, and that's okay because your future spouse is going to share the same vision. That's a lot of the reason why, if this was a romantic relationship, that romantic relationship didn't work out because it was not in alignment with you. And so they had to be moved out of the way so that, you know, that your future spouse who is more aligned with you can come in. And, you know, so that space had to be opened so that you could receive them. All right. Okay, you guys. That was your reading. If it resonated, do me a favor and smash the like button. Please comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I look forward to reading for you guys again very soon. Love you guys so much. Take care.